Hey, Trip Kramer here from tripadvice.com, and on today's video, I want to give you 3 sweet things to say to a girl. Yes. Now, this is not necessarily the same thing as a compliment. A compliment is saying something nice about her, and in a sense, it's similar, but it's more something really nice to say about the relationship or about her or more about the situation rather than a direct compliment. And I want to give you some of these things to say because they're really awesome to say if you mean them. So I know that some of these videos can be a little controversial because I'm giving you things to say, but really I only want you to use this if you mean it, if you believe it, and even more importantly, you should be saying these things as a way to express yourself. And I know a lot of guys have trouble with expressing themselves. And also, these are just ideas that can really help you think of other sweet things to say. So I want you to take this and not necessarily copy and paste with it, but run with it and see if there's other things that you can say to a girl. Now, I'm also going to be giving you 3 different situations. One in which you're dating her, one in which you're in a new relationship, and one in which you have been in a longer relationship. So I can give you something to say in all different scenarios depending on where you are with the girl. So let's start with the first one. Let's start with you dating her. So this means that you guys have been on maybe 2 to 5 dates, or maybe even a little bit longer. You guys haven't really expressed that you are together in a relationship, but you've been seeing a lot of her. A great thing to say to her would be, I always get excited to see you. Again, this is maybe even not something you would say on a second or third date, but at a time when you guys have seen each other enough where it makes sense to say something like this. And this is a really sweet thing to say to a girl. She'll love this. And I also want to say here, I know that there's a lot of advice out there that says you should be more mysterious, you shouldn't be so needy or be so invested in the relationship. And I agree, you should never be needy in a relationship, but you should always be kind. You should always say sweet things, and saying sweet things doesn't mean you're needy or desperate. It means you're being nice and you're being romantic, and girls love that. And also, I'm sure for you it will feel good to say something really nice. So you can say, I always get excited to see you. And this is something you can send over text. This is something that you can say to her when you're in person. You can say, when you first meet up with her, you can say to her when you guys are, hanging out for a couple of hours, and you just say to her, I always get excited to see you, and just have a big smile on your face. Of course, you should understand why this is a really great thing to say, because it's showing her that you like to spend time with her. And that's something you would say more in the beginning of a dating relationship than something you might say later on. Of course, though, you can really say any of these things that I'm going to be telling you today in any part of the relationship, but this is a really good one to say when you first meet her. Now, if you're in a new relationship, this means that you guys have just started really seeing each other exclusively. You've just decided to be with each other and not see anyone else. So that means you guys have been maybe seeing each other now for the past couple months, 3 months, 4 months, maybe even you guys have been dating for 6 months and you're in this new relationship. A great thing to say to her would be, you're my best friend. I know this might sound cheesy. I get it, but it's a really great thing to say. And no, this doesn't land you in the friend zone, because you're not saying this to her when you first meet her. You're saying it to her when you guys are already in a relationship. Saying to her, you're my best friend. This is saying to her that the relationship you guys have is beyond physical. It's beyond anything. It's also the fact that you guys are so close with each other. You guys are best friends, and that's one of the things that holds you together. And that is one of the things that holds a relationship together, being just plain friends with them. In fact, I've read studies on this, that one of the things that holds relationships and marriages together the longest is the fact that you two are at the end of the day friends. And that's what's most important. So say this to a girl in a new relationship. Of course, as always, I hope you mean it. And if you're in a new relationship, she probably is your best friend, because it's someone you've been spending a lot of time with. So you say to her, you are my best friend. Now, if you are in a longer relationship, this would be something over 6 months. Maybe even you've been in a relationship for a couple years. Maybe you're even married and you're watching this. Well, a great thing to say to your partner that you've been with for a long time is, I feel lucky to have you. This is a great thing to say. And, I also want to kind of tackle this idea. I know that this might sound a little bit desperate, like lucky to have you, as if you are someone that doesn't deserve a girl like her. And we don't really mean it like that. It's not the fact that you're saying to her, like, I'm a loser, oh, I should be lucky to have you. That's not how she's going to interpret this. She's going to hear something like this, and when she hears, I feel lucky to have you, and she hears that from you, that's going to make her feel so special. That's what we're doing here with this comment. You're making her feel unique. You're making her feel special. Like, that you don't want anyone else and you only want her, that you should feel lucky to have her. And you know what? She should feel lucky to have you too. That's the whole thing. Again, we're not necessarily saying this is such a literal thing, but it just says to her, I feel lucky to have you because you know what? I could be with anyone, but I have you and I'm with you, and it feels amazing and unique and special. Now, if you're still having trouble with saying things to girls or starting conversation, I want you to check out one of my free gifts called Chick Crack. And this is available right here at this URL, or just go to the description and click on the link. And what this is going to do is give you the conversation topics that women are interested in. So if you have trouble talking to girls or saying things to girls and you want to learn how to keep a conversation going and get her interested, well, I'm going to be giving you the exact topics to talk about. And you can get those in this free video. Just go to this URL, put your email in, I will send you the video, and then of course you'll also be in my newsletter where I send tips every single week, and you will be able to again watch this video and learn more about conversation. So go check that out, learn from this, and I'll see you on the next video.